Hey, so I heard you wanted to catch them all. Well, I'm going to be showing you how you can catch them all in Pokemon Go with this cool map that basically shows you every location of the Pokemon in a certain vicinity of a location that you set. It's pretty cool. I'm going to be showing you it, so it's pretty complex, but let's get straight into it. So, there's a Reddit and Discord community for this app and setup, which I highly recommend you check out and get in the community. And it's great if you need help. They'll be more than highly to help you, and I will also sometimes be in there helping people with the stuff I know. So with the stuff I know, I'm actually going to be showing you and compiling things together that work to get it working. So currently it's running on the PC. You can use it on mobile. There's an app called Ngrok, which basically, this map, which is the map that gets updated, is a local-host, which can only be accessed by you, hence why it's called LocalHost. But it has a port number, and you can use this in Ngrok to actually create a link to this and access it from your phone. I'm not going to be covering this in this video, but as I say, go to the Reddit, there's stuff there, or in the Discord, there's people there always talking about it and stuff. So let's get started. So first, you're going to want to download Python. Python is a coding build. It's a bit like Java, but obviously different. You are going to want to download 2.7.x. So I say X because it doesn't matter what the end number is. So 2.7. So basically click this button here. If you have 3.5 already and you're not using it, I would recommend you install it beforehand. If you are using it, you should be okay to download this, because it should download to a folder on its own called Python27. Okay, so once you've downloaded that, great. Then there's a link in the description to the Reddit page, and then on the Reddit page you're going to find something called download getpip.py, and basically you're going to right click and click save as on that getpip.py, and it's going to download a file, which is what you need for Python. So first you're going to install Python, okay, make sure it's installed fully. If you go to let's see, I'm in the wrong place here, local disk C for me, and then Python27, you've got Python installed here, which is great. Make sure you have that. Then the downloaded getpip.py file, you can double click that and it'll run the console and you can install it. Then you want to make sure you have a Pokemon Club account. So this can be the one you use for your Pokemon Go or not, it doesn't matter. I use a Google account on my Pokemon Go, but I'm using the Pokemon Club account for the app. Don't really understand why you need it, but obviously you need it. And you can also use a Google account in this setup if you want, but I don't really know how to get that setup working correctly. You can find more help on the Reddit. I would just recommend you do the easier route, more simple route, and get the Pokemon Trainer Club hooked up to it. So create an account, a dummy account, or use your existing one. I use my existing one and haven't received any penalty just yet, so we'll see. So say once you've installed all that and got an account, great. So what we're going to do is download this. So you're going to go to the GitHub, which is this, and this is the actual app that makes it all work. You see some information about it here, a screenshot. And you're going to click clone or download, and then download a zip and download it to your desktop or something, and then unzip it as a RAR, and with WinRAR or WinZip, and you'll get these files here in this folder. So once you're in this folder, moving on quickly, we're going to shift right click to get the command line. It's important that you do it in this location. You shift right click here instead of just type in CMD here, because it needs to be at the location. of this folder. So basically what we're going to get is this. So this is what it tells you. However, people have trouble with it, and I'll tell you why in a second. So you have pip install requirements.txt, and you're like, I don't get it. Well, I don't blame you. So basically what happens is you need to get the pip registries and install them, okay, from the requirements.txt, and it'll install those things specified there. So you're going to go to Python27, you go to scripts, okay, and you'll see all these here. So you won't have all these yet, but you'll have a few of them. So you're going to copy address as text, and you're going to go here. Let's go across to here, delete pip, copy and paste that directory, so it's redirecting to the directory. So the trouble people were having was that it says pip and it's unknown, so you just looking into the directory of pip. If that doesn't work, you can specify it by, in fact, this is what you need to do. You then need to go to pip 2.7.exe. That's where it needs to be. Okay. So it has to be the pip 27 2.7 on the end of that directory, minus R, which is requirements, and the requirements.txt. And you're going to press enter and let it do its thing. Give it a few minutes because it will run through quite a bit of installation. It should spit out this directory after it's finished, so kind of wait until you see this, or just like nothing happens for like, I don't know, a few minutes. You can guess it's closed, but the best bet is to wait for this to basically be spat out. Once that's done, that's great. Then you're going to head back to here, shift right click. You can actually do this after that part, or you can close it and reopen it. Probably keep it open is the best bet. Then what you're going to do is you're going to get this command line just here. So again, so with the Python, this is not recognized, so we're going to delete the Python, and straight away we're going to go back into the Python27 folder. We're going to get this here. So we're going to do again, copy address as text in here, Control V, then put a / Python.exe. So that's located in the Python.exe file. Then you're going to do example.py, leave that as that is. APTC, we're going to delete that. Oh, keep forgetting you have to scroll across with this. So that is if you're using a Google account, what I just deleted. As I say, I would know people that have had troubles with it. I'm going to leave it as this, but we're going to put in AR10. Basically what that does is it'll make the map auto refresh every 10 seconds, so you don't need a refresh to see new Pokemon. So that's basically what it's gonna. You could do it shorter, but it might start to get a bit slower in the works, which is a shame. So basically here, U is the username and password to your Pokemon account. I'd say use a dummy if you don't trust your, account being put into here. I have nothing to do with the dev, so if you don't trust me, that's no reason not to use this. It is what it is. It goes through, it works basically, but it's required. And so you have all this, so you want to change these asterisks to whatever your username and password is. Then L is location, so it says some location just here. So what I do is, if you want to find a place that you want to go to, so the Pier, Santa Monica Pier, type it in Google Maps. You'll get this pointer icon, which is where this pointer is. It'll give you the direct address So what you want to do is come in here, delete all this stuff, keep the quotations though, copy and paste this here. What you can do is, so like before I did Santa Monica Pier, California, USA, which works, make sure you have the commas, but copy and pasting will get you the exact location that you want. Then ST is the step direction, so it's how far out Pokemon will show from this location. So one, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exactly. The only thing is, you'll see Pokemon does like have any Pokemon showing right now. It's because I've not actually got it running. So these Pokemon are disappearing bit. Like this has got 6 seconds left. Right, I'm just gonna show you really quickly. Expired, boom, disappeared. Okay, but I'm not running it, so it's not refreshing any new locations. So one thing to note with the ST though, the file, the way it works is it loops outwards. So step 1, step 2, step 3. It'll go outwards like a radius, like a ripple, kind of ripple effect, loading the locations. So if you have a higher step rate that takes longer to get to the end, it's going to take longer to get back to the center, meaning the ones around the center are not going to update for like 5 minutes. So I recommend you use like a 7 or lower step rate if you want it really updated. Depends how far, cause like obviously if you have it a wider step rate, then it's great because there could be a rare Pokemon up at really far in the far corner, but although it could be one really close to where your location is, but it's not, you're not gonna know for like 5 minutes, you know, and then by that time you could have like no time to get there. So yeah, I recommend 7 for now. That's all I can say. Maybe a little bit less as well. So we've got ST. Let's change that to 7. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this off for a second, and I'm going to delete all this. I'm going to put in my command line that I use, but obviously it's got my username and password on it, so I'm not going to show it, but that's what we're going to use now. I'll show you it when it starts, and I can actually show you it, if that makes sense. Right, so here we go. So basically what it's saying here is threading all this stuff. Once hitting enter, obviously it tells me some good information, and it's looping through the Pokemon. It's looping through the location based off that center point. You know, it's getting wider and wider and wider, and as you'll see, there's Pokemon spawning. Well, they're already there, but it's showing me the Pokemon are there. They're showing me a Pikachu there and other stuff like that. That's going to gradually work outwards. I don't need it to refresh. It's going to refresh automatically every 10 seconds and show me where Pokemon are, which is really good. So now, as mentioned, this is basically best for PC, because obviously it's easier setup for PC, and you can actually have a bit of better quality work on the PC version, because what you can actually do is, say if you're over at the Pier, you can change your location in Nox, and if it's quite short of a location, and what you can do is you can literally change your like close the app, change your location to over here where this Weedle is, catch the Weedle, close the app, change it back to the Pier if something is there, based off this map. So you can change your location and just basically snipe at any Pokemon that you want. I'd only recommend this for the ones that are really worth it, like you're trying to fill the Pokédex or whatever. I've only used this a few times, but I can say it's accurate, it's very accurate. I'm going to show you a Pokemon location really quickly in the game. However, it's very laggy. I just did a test recording, super laggy, using Nox. box and recording for some reason. I have no idea why, but we're just gonna have to put up with it. Hopefully, I think I'm near the pier, so we just have to wait for stuff to spawn here, and I can show you that it is what it is. I say, whilst we're waiting for this, if you have any questions, do go on the Discord or in the Reddit, or leave a comment down below if you have any questions. But if you're following this tutorial, this will get it working, you know, base. You know, I'm on Windows 10, 64-bit, didn't have Python before, didn't have Pip before, so it was all like a fresh install. It works fine. But I know a lot of people are having issues with it, loads of crazy errors and stuff, so that's why I'm making this, to kind of, just like, it was easy for me, you know. I hope it can be a lot more easier for you guys. Come on, bloody Pokemon Go, load. So if you're looking around, you can see some Pokemon here, so you can also see here, so it refreshed and removed stale Pokemon, so the ones that have expired, it removed them from the list and kind of like deleted memory waste, basically. So you can see we've got some good Pokemon here, and the cool thing is you can click on the Pokemon, it'll show you Squirtle, it'll show you the Pokedex entry. It just refreshed and so it disappeared. It tells you what time it disappears at and in how long that actually is, which is really cool. I really like that feature. So you can kind of time yourself. You think, oh, will I make it? Will I not? If you're walking, sort of thing. It's really unique, and it's like exactly like as soon as it disappears in the actual game. So this is what we're on about. It's super laggy for me right now. So I want to go forward, apparently. So apparently there is a Zubat here. Apparently there is a Nidoran, yeah, and an Electabuzz. So let's see if we get any of those. Okay, there's your Zubat. Why is it actually going forward? Just go fucking forward, you piece of shit. Sorry for my language, but come on. It's like lagging like mad. I just want to rotate the camera now so I can see past. There's the Nidoran just there. If you look at it, and there's the Electabuzz. There you go. Sums it up perfectly. 7 minutes remaining, 6 minutes remaining, 6 minutes remaining. It's great. I fucking love it. So there you go. You get all these Pokemon locations. If you see anything cool, teleport there. Look, there's a Taurus over here. It seemed to like teleport over here loads. Spawn the Taurus, which is really cool. If you're at Santa Monica Park in real life, head here for Taurus. They can only spawn in South America, so they're kind of exclusive, so pretty rare. But yeah, that's pretty much. So basically they're going to despawn off the map. When the timer runs out, it'll disappear and then more will spawn in. A recommendation is, if this gets to 100%, which it is going to very soon, it will start to get slower on the next loop. So it'll loop, but it starts to get slower. So what I would do is every so often, which is okay for the PC players, I would restart it. So if you can find a way to restart it, like use TeamViewer on your phone or something and restart the command line, you can actually make a bash file that automatically types in a certain command that you could just double click, but you might even be able to just in TeamViewer copy and paste this line, put it in, start it up, go on the web page, that sort of thing. But I would refresh it after so often, because basically it'll get so slow on the looping that Pokemon will disappear faster than they appear, basically. So yeah, I can't see anything amazing right now, which is actually good, because this is lagging like nobody's business. But I got quite a few Pokemon with this method. I got this Flareon actually, a Cypher, this other Vaporeon, the Nidoqueen, a Tentacruel, Aerodactyl, Raticate. I got all these with it, so that's about it actually. I haven't used it much, but we got some good testing out of it and it works well. So guys, if you want to really grind for a certain Pokemon, or you really just want to kind of, you're only seeing all these common Pokemon and it's kind of getting a bit boring, and you just want to come across, you want to know the locations of these Charizard. It don't mean you're going to catch the Charizard, it just means you have a chance, which is kind of unfair to those that don't have a chance. But why not say if you're out and about, oh, I know there's a Charizard over here, tell people there's a Charizard over there, help people, bring the community together and let people know the cool places. Like I saw an Aerodactyl here, I saw a Vaporeon here, I saw a Flareon up here. I wanted to somehow tell people that was in here in real life, like, dude, there's a Aerodactyl over there. I just hoped that they found it. I'm sure they did, I'm sure some of them did, even though the Aerodactyl was like down here somewhere, so maybe not, but the Flareon, definitely. Flareon and a Vaporeon. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, hit the like button, subscribe. I'm going to be doing some more videos about this maybe in the future, changes, more in-depth look at it. But yeah, guys, have fun with Pokemon Go, and no hate, as I say, basically based off what I said before, to helping out other players, letting them know locations. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.